Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ruth Soltman, and this is the Transformational Soul. I want to welcome you if you're here for the first time, and welcome back if you've been here before. I really, truly appreciate all of your support for me and the show. Please continue to like, share, participate, and subscribe. I want to say hello to Veronica. Nice to see you here. Hope you're feeling better. Hello, Jill. So good to see you. Hi, Kim. Nice to see you. Goldylocks Productions shows are available on YouTube and Rumble, so you can check them out there, as well as some of them, including this one, are available on Facebook. I just want to remind you guys, we've all been talking about this for a while to support, small businesses this year, well, and always, but especially now, since we've had the shutdown and all that, a lot of small businesses are really, really struggling. So I know they really appreciate, our business and our support. And thank you so much, Joe, for your super sticker. That is so awesome of you. I want to let you know that on my site, on my page, Goldylocks Production, or not Goldylocks, Mystic Impressions, sorry. I've been having a lot of sales since Black Friday, and I'm going to have a new sale up tomorrow, so you guys want to check that out. I am also, this year, I am doing gift certificates for my services. So for my Reiki, the distant Reiki, you buy 2 gift certificates for a 1-hour session. You get the third one for free. So you can gift those. You can gift all 3 of them. You can keep them for yourself. You could gift 1 or 2 and then keep the other ones for yourself, however you want to do it. But it's a very unique gift for someone. And, if you think about it, you get them started in this healing process. What an amazing gift. I mean, you can't put a monetary value on something like that. And also, I'm offering gift certificates for my readings at a reduced rate of $60. And that, too, is a very unique gift. I can guarantee you that there will not be, no one's going to duplicate your gift. I had that problem last year with a lot of gifts I bought. I had to send so much stuff back before Christmas even started. Hello, Sarah. So I swore that wasn't going to happen to me this year. I am going to be doing some giveaways tonight, and you do have to be on the live to win. If you would like to make a donation to me or the show, you can do that via super sticker, super chat on YouTube, or on Venmo if you are on Facebook, or you can do that on Rumble as well. I believe it. Was it a Rumble rant, or am I thinking of something else? I'm not sure. But if you'd like to sponsor this show or any of the Goldylocks shows, you can contact our producer, Tiffany, and she'll give you details on how to do that. So if you have a small business, or someone who has a small business, you can, she'll make up a little video, like a thank you video, for a thank you for sponsoring the show video. And you can showcase, some of your items or your business. You don't have to be a small business to be a sponsor. Anybody can be a sponsor. So I wasn't sure, if everyone is aware of that. You don't have to have a small business. So I want to tell you guys, I'm really excited about this. The Transformational Soul debuted December 10th of last year. So Friday will be my 1-year anniversary. And I cannot even believe that it's been a whole year already. It's absolutely crazy. Originally, it was live streamed on the Goldylocks Productions Facebook page and YouTube. And I went back. I can't see the Goldylocks ones on Facebook anymore because that page just no longer exists. But I could see some of the comments on YouTube. So I went back and I was looking, and the first 3 people that commented on my show were Melissa Parks, Elizabeth Urschel, and Kim Smith, and you guys are all still here. That is so amazing. Thank you so much. And I mean, I was reading some of the comments, and it was just so amazing to me. I was so new at all of this, and you guys were so welcoming, and you just embraced me in the show, and it was just, it's just what made me feel absolutely wonderful. So I thank you all so much for that. And I know they're not the only three that are still here, because I see a lot of the names every week, and I really appreciate your support. It just absolutely blows my mind. Um, we've been talking lately about doing things differently. And as our lives and our situations change, we are free to start new traditions, especially surrounding the holidays. So I know we've talked about that a lot lately, about doing something different. And it's so funny because I didn't realize it until the other day, but I started a new tradition with myself. And when I was a kid, we would get so excited when we get Christmas cards in the mail. And we would get a lot of them because my parents knew a lot of people, and all of my aunts and uncles and great aunts and uncles, and they were all still here then when I was a kid. So we'd get Christmas cards from all these people. My mom would get out the Scotch tape, and we would line the archways with all the Christmas cards. And it was really festive. Then we'd take them down, and we'd save them and put them back up the next year with the next ones we got. And it was always so fun to look at them and just remember. So last year, when everything was shut down and people weren't able to see, each other, and it just seemed like so many people were feeling very alone. So I had this nudging to do Christmas cards. Now, I don't know if I've ever sent out Christmas cards. Like when my kids were little and stuff, it was just too hard then. And I don't think I ever really did. So I decided that's what I was going to do. So I started sending them out last year, and I started doing them again this year. And as I was writing them out, I was thinking about the person that the card was going to, and I was thinking about what they mean to me, and different experiences we've shared and different things, and it was such a joyful experience for me. I don't send them out hoping that I'll get one back. I just send them out because it gives me so much joy to do so. And, and then I know when they go to their mailbox for that minute or two, they're going to be thinking about me, and they're going to be remembering some fun things we did together. So I just think that is like a really cool thing. I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm very excited that my list has grown a lot since last year. I was going through and counting, and I have 3 that are going to different countries, 2 to Canada and 1 to Australia, and then 18 different states. And I thought that was so amazing. It just like really, really, really makes me happy. So don't be afraid to start a new tradition. You might actually be doing it and not even realize it, like I did. Hello, Sarah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Happy 1-year anniversary. Woohoo. Thank you, Tiffany. I feel very blessed to be here and to be a part of Goldylocks. I'm sure you guys probably know that because I mentioned it a few times, that I really am. I am just so grateful for this community, for this beautiful soul tribe, soul family. You guys are all so amazing. So, I've been thinking a lot about social media, and I remember way long when my kids were little, and I had first heard of the internet, and I thought, oh, this is going to be a real problem. I don't like this. I don't want my kids on there. At that time, all I thought about were like the negative things that could happen. So if you think about now, I mean, the internet, it's not good or bad. It's how you use it, right? Just like most things in life. We can communicate with people all over the world, in the blink of an eye. Social media gives some people the courage or audacity to say things that they wouldn't say if you were standing in front of them. And a lot of times people will see that in like negative or nasty comments, which I have to say, I don't see many of those, but if I do, I just scroll on by. But if social media gives you that confidence that you wouldn't have if the person was standing in front of you, use that to your advantage. Because, I encourage you to reach out to someone. Maybe there's someone in your life that you've had a falling out with, or someone you're not speaking to, or someone that you don't communicate often with. Reach out to them via social media. Um, Tell them that you love them. Try to make things right. The worst thing that's going to happen is that they're going to ignore your message, right? And, this is going to be very healing for you. If you can get these words out, it doesn't have to be in person. In my book, I talk about writing a letter to these people and then reading it out loud. You don't have to send it to them, but you have to get that out. But I know social media helps a lot of people that are afraid to say things, but on social media, they'll say them because they feel kind of anonymous sometimes. With someone that you're directly contacting, of course, that wouldn't be the same situation, but you know what I'm saying. Because we're not guaranteed tomorrow. All we have is right now. That person that you're thinking, oh, maybe I should message them. Oh, I don't really want to. Maybe they'll be gone tomorrow. Then you'll never have that chance. And that's something that you don't want to hold on to for the rest of your life. And you know that you need to say the things that you need to say for your healing. But think about this too. Maybe they need to hear the things that you're going to say for their healing too. So you might just be helping them as much as you're helping yourself. And, with this being the Christmas season, people seem to have their hearts open a lot more than they do any other time of the year. Their hearts are open a lot wider. They're more giving. They're more forgiving. So give it a try. Who knows, what that might do for you. Sarah said, I reached out yesterday to someone that I had a taking it with. They were very short with me replying, but I tried. Well, see, that's all you can do, Sarah. All you can do is try. And sometimes it'll take a person a while. Maybe they'll feel like, well, they'll have to mull it over and think it over before they respond. And I personally think that is like one of the best things you can do, because you never want to just react. Think about if somebody messaged you out of the blue that you hadn't talked to in a long time, and maybe there were hurt feelings between you. When you read what they have to say, your first feeling is probably going to be maybe some pain or some anxiety or apprehension. It's going to raise up a lot of feelings for you because that's probably something you haven't healed. So after you think about it for a little bit, then you can better prepare yourself in your head of how you want to respond. And then you would be responding in a more positive way instead of just, reacting. So I hope that helps. Well, hello, Stony. Nice to see you. You are not late. You are right on time. Oh, Sarah says autocorrect at its best. Yes, we all have issues with that, don't we, Sarah? I know it can be a real pain. Okay. So just, something to think about this holiday season. And I've been thinking about a lot, again, about goals and about, what we want to manifest in the coming year. And back when, like many years ago, I went to a Unity church in Houston, and every January they would have this, not that one. In December, they would have a New Year's Eve burning bowl ceremony. And what you would do is they would give you these papers and you would write down all the things you want to get rid of, from this year, whether it was maybe financial issues, debt, anything. And you'd write it on this paper, and then you would put it in this big thing that would burn it and incinerate it. And you would think that I'm just burning a piece of paper. You're not going to feel anything, but you do. You feel like a load lifted off of your shoulders. So I started doing this for the last several years, that I've been doing that on New Year's Eve as well, and at home, and just writing it out, the things I want to get rid of, and then, lighting my little piece of paper on fire in a safe area where nothing's going to burn or anything. And then just watching it, that smoke go up and releasing all of those things from my life. So, there's a lot of different ways you can do that, but it gives you it kind of feels like you have a clean slate starting out the new year. And we all need one of those. But, you want to start setting in motion your goals for the new year, whatever they may be. So you can start focusing on those. There's going to be some intense energy coming in, later in this month. It's going to go on for a little while. So you're all going to be feeling that. So this is a great time to harness that energy to help you to manifest your dreams and your desires and what you want for yourself in the coming year. So just keep that in mind. And, I really encourage people to do the goals. I think it's just, I know it works good for me, but I'm a list person. I'm a person who like has notes or lists. For the holidays, I have a list of all the things I need to do. Then I have a separate list for the stuff I have to bake, a separate list for who my baking goes to, a separate list for the ingredients. And then I keep it on my phone because that way, every time one is completed, I just like erase it. So that that really helps me. If my phone never goes, then, I'm up a creek without a paddle, because that's where I keep most of my stuff like that. Veronica says, love the write and burn, release and manifest. Yes, it's so powerful. It's so simple, but it's so powerful. Sarah says she's a lister too. Good. So you know what I mean. I have a list for my list. Hello, Heather. You are not late. You are right on time. I'm glad you could be here. But no, I think, sometimes, especially now with people being so busy all the time, how else can you remember to do everything if you don't make a list? And, then you can kind of prioritize it as you need to, because it seems like we always have like a million things to do. I was thinking back to like when I was a kid and what life was like for my parents and my grandparents. And compared to now, like life was very simple. They didn't have all this technology. They cooked food that was actually ingredients, not stuff that had tons of ingredients in it. They cooked whole food. I remember the milkman coming to my grandma's house. And we played outside all day. We found things to do. Now kids have like, phones, tablets, video games, and they're bored. 100 channels on the TV, but they're bored. If kids nowadays had to go back to when like we were kids, I don't think they could handle it. I mean, it's absolutely crazy how much stuff has changed just in my lifetime. And like my grandpa passed away in 2006 and he was 92, I believe, 92 or 93. And, I think a lot about all the stuff that he saw during his lifetime. And, we always, it seems like the goal is to make things easier, to make things faster. But in the process, it's like a lot of people are just losing themselves. There's something to be said for the simple life. We don't need to have all of this, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. All of this stimulation all the time. I think that's one reason why a lot of people have a hard time meditating, because we don't know how to just sit and be anymore. We always have to be doing something. But we don't. We don't always have to be doing something. Sitting in silence, just with yourself, it's amazing. I was sitting on the porch last night having a cup of coffee after dinner, and the mail carrier came and dropped off a package on the porch. And she says, she goes, I can't wait to go home and do that. She goes, there's something so relaxing about sitting on the porch. I know. That's why I do it all the time. I drink my coffee there every morning and every night. And it's just so relaxing. In the morning, the birds usually greet me. And, that's pretty awesome. But I love to be outside. I'm glad I live in a state where I can be outside a lot more than if I was still living in Michigan, that's for sure. Because I can't take that cold weather. It's just too much for me. But so this year, like I think I might have mentioned in the past, like Christmases, my parents would kind of go overboard. And they did the same thing with my children. So that's what I saw. That's what I did. I mean, me and my ex-husband would be up on Christmas Eve. We'd be up till like 3, 4 in the morning putting their toys together, because we didn't have time to wrap everything because there was so much stuff. So this year, many in my family have vowed we're doing a 1 gift rule. And I will say that it's hard for me, but I'm doing it. And the only reason it's hard, it's not because I think gifts are so important, but I love to give to people. I love to give gifts to people, especially people that I love, especially the people closest to me, because you enjoy seeing that happiness and that joy in their face, right? When they open it. Um, so I really like the idea of the one gift rule. Um, I think some kids, especially kids, they get so much that they don't know what to do with it all. And then they just want more and more and more. So I think, it's a really nice thing to tone it down a little bit. And I'm really looking forward to that. Now, I will say, I was having a conversation with my 5-year-old grandson. And I said, "Oh, I got your present wrapped." And he goes, "Oh, how many presents did you get me?" I said, "One." His little face kind of fell to the floor. And he goes, "Why only one?" And I said, "Well, because that's what we're going to do this year." Um, so I think once the kids get used to it, they'll be fine. But you figure kids, most of the time, they have a lot of extended family that get, buy for them and give them gifts and stuff. And one thing I like to do every year, and me and Sarah were talking about this the other day, is I bake. Every year I bake. And hello, Devin. Nice to see you. And I mean, I bake a lot. I'll make sometimes, like in the past, I've made as many as 10 to 12 different kinds of cookies, but now I've got it down to about 7, I think, this year. And I make a lot of them, but then I gift them to people. And people do not bake like they did when I was a kid. When I was young, that's what everybody did. We didn't have all the store-bought stuff. It wasn't available that I remember. Um, so everybody would bake from scratch. So I find now that a lot of people don't do that anymore. Some people that are just like single, they just, what's the point? And other people just don't have time or don't know how because they were never taught. I was really fortunate because my grandma was an amazing cook and an amazing baker. We used to make, she didn't really make, I don't remember her making Christmas cookies though, but she did make tarts. Yeah, she did make tarts, but I really didn't care for them that much when I was a kid. But she would bake other stuff, like we made homemade cinnamon rolls. She made, she liked to make the Toll House cookies, the bar cookies in the pan. But she was an amazing cook. But I had her to learn from, and I have a lot of her old recipes and stuff like that. Now, my dad's mom, she was a really good cook too. She didn't make as many things that I liked, that I would normally eat as my other grandma did. But she was a really good cook too. She used to do a little bit of baking. Mostly I remember her making scones. But Veronica said, "I think one makes it more special." I do too. And the thing with me, like I was telling my son and I were talking about Christmas, and I said, I don't care. I never care if someone gives me a gift. That's not what it's about for me. It is just such a wonderful time that I get to spend with my kids and my grandkids. And, it's a great time for me. I absolutely love it. I'm sure you can tell. Okay, so we're getting into some time here. So I'm going to go ahead and do a drawing. And so my first drawing is going to be for these cute little Christmas ornaments. And what I'm going to do is I picked a number. Let's see, which one should I go with this time? We'll go with this one. Okay. I have a number in my hand. So if you can guess what this number is, and now just so there's no confusion, we go by the responses that as they come into the studio, okay? Because that's all that we can validate. So we are going to pick a number from 1 to 12. And whoever gets this right will get the ornaments. Let's see. Sarah said, "Even when I don't have anyone to give my goodies to that I bake, I'll give some to my neighbors." That's awesome. Oh, thank you so much for your super sticker, Heather. I appreciate that. We have a guess of 4 and 6 so far. That's not correct. Devin says 11. No, sir. Veronica says, I miss my grand's baking. I do too. I mean, mine. Obviously. Okay. Number 7 for Heather. No. Sarah says number 2. No. You guys are getting closer. I'll give you a clue. It's a single digit number. So it's not 10 or 11. I mean, 10, 11, or 12. So that'll narrow it down for you guys. Sarah, I'm moving in next door to you. Well, Veronica, you know, you've got lots of friends over here in the States. So you'd be more than welcome. Devin picked 3. No, not 3. And Sarah said she would love that, Veronica. Stony said 1. No. See, now when you guys keep guessing, then I get worried that I missed it. Let's make sure I didn't miss it here. Okay. Nope, it's not number 1. Okay. Let's see if anybody gets it. We only have a couple more numbers that weren't guessed. So we've guessed 1, 3, 7, 2, 11, 6, and 4. So it's going to be one that's not that. Devin guessed 8. Ooh, Devin, you are so close. There was a good hint for you guys. Devin was so close with 8. Come on, I know you guys know this. Okay. Heather, I knew you were going to get it. Number 9. Oh, can't see it, can you? Look at that glare. Okay, number 9. Awesome, Heather. I'm going to write that down. I will be sending you the ornaments. Heather. Okay, so next week is going to be the last week of my show for the rest of the year. So it's going to be my big Christmas giveaway. And, you know, it's fun doing the numbers and stuff. Oh, Veronica, you just missed it. What was I saying now? It's going to be the last show of the year. So I'm going to be doing my Christmas giveaway. And I did one last year. It was so much fun. So I've been going over how I'm going to do it. And guessing the numbers is fun. It can take a long time, though, sometimes. I try to shorten the, you know, between this and that so that it doesn't take too long. But what I have planned on doing next week is kind of like a little quiz. I wrote down questions, and whoever guesses the answer correctly first is going to be the winner of that prize. And I have 10, so there's going to be 10 prizes. And of course, obviously, you have to be on the live, because otherwise, how are you going to guess? But I'm pretty excited about that, because I think I got some pretty awesome prizes. And they will ship out on the 16th, so there's a good chance you'll get them in before Christmas. So hoping that it works out that well. But the questions aren't hard. I mean, you know, they're questions pertaining to like stuff that we talk about on the show. Not something we talked about once, 8 months ago, but stuff that we talk about a lot, and things like that. So I don't think it's going to be really hard. I think it'll be pretty easy for you guys. But I thought that would be a little bit more fun and interactive than picking a number. So I hope you guys like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards. So if you want a card, I know Jill does. If you guys want a card, just let me know, and I'll gladly pull one for you. Let's see what we have for Jill. Okay. Jill. Now, we were just talking about this, about setting our intentions. Just making sure that your intentions are crystal clear. Jill, I feel like you're a planner. Like you I mean, I feel like you're spontaneous as well, but I feel like you like to plan things out sometimes. So, setting some goals for you for the year would be fantastic. Um, we can set some short-term goals, long-term goals. We can set goals that have to do with our careers, where we see ourselves. Think about where you want to be like in 5 years, let's say, whether it's, living in your home, in your state, working where you are, um, and see yourself there, see yourself where you want to be, and start now to take steps to get yourself there. Because as we know, it doesn't happen overnight. Very rarely does stuff like that happen overnight. But just be very clear about what you want. Sometimes we think to ourselves, well, I really don't want to live here anymore, but you have no clue. Um, Figure it out. Figure out like where you are drawn. What areas are you drawn to in your life? Whether it's where you live, where you work, what you're doing. Um, you'll feel that pull. You'll know. But set some goals for yourself for the coming year, Joe, and just make sure to be very clear, because I feel like you already know what to do, and you just kind of need to step into it. So I hope that resonates with you, Joe. Okay, Stony would like a card. You got it. Let's see what we have for you. Oh, says, all is well, Stony. Everything is happening exactly the way it's supposed to. So don't worry. And it's so common. We as humans, we're very impatient sometimes. We want things to happen so much faster than they actually do. But everything happens in divine timing. It's all in divine order, and it happens exactly as it's supposed to. Sometimes we just have to be a little bit more patient. Sometimes we just have to not worry about it. Because when you want something to happen and you worry is not a positive energy, right? It's not a positive feeling, a positive emotion. You don't want to worry and send that kind of energy to what you're trying to make happen. Sometimes when things happen, and this makes me laugh, but it's so true. Something really great or something really bad will happen to someone, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, I just knew that was going to happen. Oh, I really deserve that. It's like they just expect it. And then something really great will happen in their life, and they'll be like, I don't believe it. No, that's not even real. It's like we always expect the negative stuff, and we can't even comprehend the good. Flip that around, you know, focus on the positive stuff and focus on all the good and be open to it so that it can flow into your life. Because if you're very closed off to it, it's just going to hit like a brick wall, and it's not going to be able to come to you. And, worrying about things will push things away from us. Stressing about them will push things away from us. When there's things that we're focusing on that we really want and we want to happen and we want to manifest, we have to only put our positive thoughts and focus into that. So I hope that resonates with you, Stony. Okay, Kim. I gotcha. See what we have for Kim. Oh. Kim. Counselor. And this is Archangel Azrael saying, you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. I feel like a lot of people look up to you, Kim, and a lot of people kind of like hang on every word. That's the term that I'm getting. You know how like when you're saying something, they're very into what you're saying, and they're just kind of waiting for you to say more. I feel like people have a lot of respect for what you say, for what you know. And, the angels are very happy that you're sharing this information with others. Look at the products that you sell. You put a lot of thought and a lot of work into those. Compassionate Body Delights, Facebook and website. So you guys check that out. But, and you've put a lot of work into that, and it's helping a lot of people. People have an issue, maybe with pain or something. They come to you because they know that you know what you're talking about. And that's a really good place for you to be. You're a light, like at a, what is that? A lighthouse, the light just flashing, and how the boats come in, your light is flashing and people are just coming to you. And they're, it's like they're very hungry for what you have to say. And if you haven't noticed this a lot lately, you're going to start noticing a lot more, because people are really going to flock to you. So I hope that resonates with you, Kim. Of course, Heather, would be my pleasure. Veronica says, this is awesome. I've missed you guys. I know, we have missed you very much. What do we have for Heather? Heather. Heather. Oh, there we go. Heather. Ooh. Pay attention to the thoughts and ideas that come to you, because they are coming to you as answered prayers. So sometimes we get a thought or an idea, and we just let it pop in for a second and pop back out. But there are some that are coming to you that are going to be a solution to something that you're asking for, a solution to something you're praying for. So pay attention to those. Pay close attention, because they're sending you this information. These are signals and signs, and they're sending them to you like a lot lately. And they just want you to be more mindful. And, some of these thoughts or ideas might be something, that you're just going to take off and run with, and it's going to be very beneficial to you. These might just be, like everyday kinds of thoughts that you're having, something that you feel is something very small, but it will turn out to be something pretty profound. So I hope that makes sense to you, Heather. Okay, Sarah. You are welcome, Stony. Sure, Kim says, awesome, thanks. Jess, it seems like people ask my advice. I try to help when I can. Yeah, and I feel like they really respect your advice a lot. I mean, have you ever talked to someone and asked them questions about like something maybe that they do, and their answers just kind of make you think, do they even know what, they don't even know what they're talking about? But it's not like that with you. People can tell you know what you're talking about, and they really respect that. So that's really exciting. Sarah. Well, I think, Sarah, before we get to yours, we will do another drawing. And I have a necklace this time. And it's a very long chain, but you can always change that if you want. And it is a tree of life. And it's got the different chakra colored stones on it. Well, yeah, red, orange, yellow, pretty much. But that will be for the next drawing. And this is going to be, I'm going to narrow it down a little, a number between 1 and 9. Between 1 and 9. And I would just throw a clue in there that this is one of my favorite numbers. I don't know why. But I feel like it's a very powerful number. Ooh, Sarah said 4. No. Veronica said 2. No. Whoa. Whole bunch popped on there. Let me see. Veronica said 3, and she was correct. Well, look at that, Veronica. No. There we go. Number 3. Awesome. Hello, Linnell. Nice to see you. And now I will get to Sarah's card. So it was number 3. And that goes to Veronica. Ooh, Sarah. This one just fell right into my lap. Divine order. And it's so funny because we were just talking about this. Everything, happens in divine order. Everything happens just as it's supposed to. And that says that everything is how it needs to be. Look past the illusion, because everything is happening just the way it is supposed to. And I feel like that's kind of confirmation for the other card, because it led into that, about everything being in divine order and us being more patient. So I hope that resonates with you, Sarah. And let's see. If anybody else wants a card, just let me know. So let me ask you guys, are you starting any new traditions this year for the holidays? Are you doing things like the way that you've always done them? Are you doing things the way your parents did or your grandparents? Or is your usual, Christmas routine different? I'm curious to know. Because as far as like keeping our celebration on Christmas Eve, we've done that since I was a little kid. And I like that, because then Christmas Day, you get up, the kids would open their gifts and stuff, and they could play. And we'd still have dinner and everything, but you didn't have to worry about everybody coming over. It all happened the night before. And it was nice. It was a lot more relaxing. Veronica said, oh my God, I love that pendant so much. Thank you. You are welcome. Okay. Oh, Veronica. Sarah said, oh yes, definitely. Fits right in with what I was thinking earlier. Thank you, bunches. Well, see, Sarah, there's your confirmation. There is your validation. And don't you just love when that happens? I mean, that happens to us a lot, doesn't it? We'll be thinking something and thinking, well, yeah, maybe, I'm not really sure. And then you'll hear something, or you'll get a message that, yes, that's what you need to do. And it just validates what we already knew. But once we get that validation, then we're so much more ready to move forward. Hello, Robin. I'm glad you popped in to say hello. Okay. Robin's show was on last night, and it was awesome. Robin's Cosmic Soul Food. What else says? Repeating one favorite Christmas I had with my girls. We are hand making all the ornaments for a tree early, but we will be together, so we are doing it. Oh, that is awesome. Awesome. Okay, let's go back now. I forgot who I was doing a card for. I think it was Veronica. Oh, da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was. Okay. Okay. Oh, yes, it was Veronica. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. I think homemade ornaments are awesome. It's so funny. I was thinking about this as I was making ornaments yesterday. When I was younger, I wanted all my ornaments to be the same. I wanted them to be like look kind of like perfect, like something you'd see like in a TV commercial or something. I don't know why, but now I like them all to be different and very unique. I think it's funny how we change, over time, and what we like changes. But I think it's so beautiful to see a tree with handmade ornaments and, all different kinds of ornaments. I still have some ornaments, I think, from that we had on our tree when I was a kid. But like back then, a lot of those ornaments were glass, so they would break over time. Let's see what we have for Veronica. Okay. Veronica, spread your wings. Even if you can only spread one, Veronica, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So whatever things you have in the works or whatever, things you are working on, this is the time. You know, the universe is with you. It's got your back, and it's your time to soar. And once you take that step, you know, and you really start empowering yourself, that's what's going to happen. You're just going to take off. So I hope that resonates with you. Robin said, hello, all you beautiful souls. Oh, you're welcome, Robin. Linnell says, it was on my top list of favorites. So happy to be doing it again this year of all years. Yes, that is so awesome. Okay. And let's see, we'll get a card for Robin. And so, well, hello, Elizabeth. Elizabeth says, hey, Ruth, I'm here. Been working at the art studio every day with students. Lots of positive energy there. I bet there is. How beautiful is that? Okay, let's see what we got now. Robin. So why don't you guys tell me, what was your favorite Christmas, maybe as a child or maybe as an adult, it doesn't matter. But what is one of your fondest Christmas memories? I will tell you mine. I was a single mom. I had 3 small children, and I was working as a waitress, so, you know, money was pretty non-existent. I had my own place, and I was dating someone. And it was Christmas time, so I went and bought a tree. And I could only afford like a 4-foot tree. So I brought that home, put it on the table, and I had to buy all the decorations. And there were these little apple ornaments that I saw that I just absolutely fell in love with. But they were just, you know, I just couldn't get those. I just got what I absolutely needed for the tree. So the next day, the guy that I was dating, that I ended up marrying and divorcing, he came over to see me, and he brought a package of those ornaments. So that was always been like super, super special to me, because, you know, he went out of his way to do that for me because he knew what it meant to me. And that was just awesome. But the best part of this Christmas was, you know, every part of the Christmas I did myself. You know, all the gifts I bought my kids, I did myself. I worked extra shifts so I could get them stuff they really wanted. Because, you know, when kids are like 3 and 4, you know, there's some toy that's like the number one toy that year that your kid just has to have or they're going to die. And just the joy of watching them open their stuff. My mom and dad came over Christmas morning when they opened their stuff, and it was just one of my favorite Christmas memories. They were so excited and so happy. And my son, who was probably, I want to say maybe 2 or 3, well, he probably was 3. There was this praying doll that he used to have. And all of the kids had one. But something happened to his. I think he poked the eyes out of it or something when he was little. And he wanted one of those so bad. Well, I didn't even know they still made them, but I found one. When he opened that kid screamed. And I think he was probably in tears because he was so excited that he got another praying doll. So that was one of my favorite memories ever of Christmas. And not much will really top that. Okay, let's see. Veronica says, I've been hearing Queen's song, Spread Your Wings. How cool is that? Thanks a bunch. My painful wing feels much better today. That is awesome. Linnell says, the year I bought the angel for the top of the tree for my mom. I think I was 9. Oh, wow. Hello, Richard. Nice to see you. Bear hugs. Now we need a card for Robin, I believe. You are safe, Robin. It says, Archangel Michael is protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. You know, we were talking about all these amazing new energies that are going to be coming in the next few weeks. So, you know, I'm sure you probably talk to Archangel Michael all the time, and you know that he's always there protecting you and always there for you. But just know, for some reason, he wants to remind you that he is there to protect you. There's nothing that's going to get you down, or he's not going to let any of that negative energy that's been around you a little bit, get to you, get too close. He's going to keep it at bay. So I hope that helps. Hello, Wendy. Wendy says, my favorite memories was when I take them shopping and give them money to buy gifts for friends and family. Oh, how fun. Veronica says, what a sweet story. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Okay, Linnell, a drunk. Oh, was that Christmas Eve? Okay, Linnell. Let's see what we have for Linnell. Elizabeth said, wow, that must have been a thrill for you to watch them open those presents, Ruth. You're a great mom and you're now grandma. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. My son, hi, Wendy. My son and I were talking about when I was a kid, like my dad, okay, he was a phenomenal grandfather. I think his youngest grandchild was 10 when he passed away. And they went up to about maybe 18 or 19. And he was a phenomenal grandfather. There's nothing he would not do for his grandkids. He would crawl around on the floor playing with them, but it'd take him 10 minutes to get up, and stuff like that. He was always doing something with one of his grandkids. He absolutely cherished them. Now, when we were kids, it wasn't like that. Not that he was a bad father. He worked a lot. And he would golf on the weekends and stuff. So, we didn't always see him a lot. And his job didn't have set hours, so sometimes he wouldn't get home till we were already in bed. So I kind of always felt like he was trying to make it up with his grandkids. But when he started having grandkids, after a while there, he was able to retire. Well, he retired early because he had a heart attack, but so that gave him lots of extra time to be with his grandkids. I remember, anytime me or my sister would tell my dad that we were pregnant, he had this twinkle in his eye. He was so excited. They just meant the world to him. And I see what he means, because that's how I feel about my grandkids. Holy cow. Every day I say how grateful I am that I get to spend so much quality time with them. And I am telling you, I am enjoying the heck out of playing with Judy. This girl is a riot. She's going to be a year old next month. And she's pulling up on stuff now. She crawls everywhere. So, you got to watch her like a hawk. But she's just so much fun. And she lays in bed, and I have the monitor on while she's going to sleep. And she's just up there having a total conversation with someone. And she'll start giggling like someone's tickling her. It's just phenomenal. I don't remember a lot of stuff like that from when my kids were little. But I probably didn't even have a baby monitor, so that story wouldn't even apply. But I remember the crawling, and all that, the milestones. But it's just so amazing to see how this child changes from day to day. She's just an amazing, amazing little girl. And I'm real excited to see, how she is when she gets older, because she's such a sweetheart. Okay. Now, Linnell's eating blueberries, decorating my tree, and doing not so great job. Oh, I bet it's beautiful, Wendy. Veronica said, I believe my greatest Christmas memory will be created this year. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, I'm going to, I have one more drawing, or one more. I have this little sign, and it says, kindness changes everything. Well, hello, Joyce. Nice to see you. And we're going to pick a number between 20 and 30. I absolutely love that. My greatest Christmas memory will be created this year. That is an amazing energy for you to put out, Veronica. That is so beautiful. Oh, Joyce is decorating too. Richard said 27. No, it's not 27. Oh, no, that's not it. Okay. between 20 and 30. Now, for some of you that might have tuned in a little later, next week is going to be my Christmas giveaway show. Devin says 21. No, it's not 21. And I'm going to be giving away 10 prizes, gifts, whatever you want to call them. And I hope you guys will check that out because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Elizabeth said, we have another guess of 23. No. Elizabeth said, I can't wait till I'm a grandma. They say it's amazing. It is. My mom used to always say that, you won't understand until you're a grandmother. Well, I really didn't get that, but I do now. It's very amazing. I mean, being a mom, I became a mom the day before Mother's Day. So that was like really cool. Kim says 13. No. Wendy says my forever age, 29. No, but it's a number between 20 and 30. And so far we have guessed 29, 23, 24, 13, 21, and 27. Oh gosh. It's like the only one practically you guys didn't get yet. Linnell said 21. No. Elizabeth said 8. No. Richard said 28. No, it's not 28. Okay. And if there's a couple people that just joined, if you want a card, pop it in there. Devin picked 25, and you are correct, Devin. Let's see if we can turn it so we can see it. There we go, 25. Now, next week for the giveaway show, as I was saying, we're not going to pick numbers and stuff. We're going to do like a trivia thing. I've got 10 questions, and the first person who guesses the correct answer is going to be the winner. So that'll be a lot of fun. And okay, Richard, I'll get you a card. Richard, gifts from God. It's Archangel Sandalphon, reminding you that the angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. We always have to be open to receive gifts, right? If we stand there, well, even like think in the physical sense, if we're standing there with our arms folded and someone's trying to hand us something, our arms are kind of stuck, so we can't reach for it or grab it. So we have to keep our arms open. We have to keep our heart open. We have to keep everything about us open. Ah, that is so beautiful. Devin said he would like to give this to Joyce for a Christmas present. Devin, that is so beautiful of you. Wow, thank you so much. I hope Joyce is still here. That is just a beautiful thing. Beautiful. I love that. So we have to make sure we keep our heart open as well. It's just like when that old energy, is stagnant around us, then there's nowhere for all that new stuff that's coming to us to go because it just gets stuck. So we have to release that old energy and clear it out so that we can, have room for that new energy or the new gifts or whatever to come to us. So just always keep yourself open. Joyce says that is so sweet. I agree. That is so sweet, Devin. That is awesome. Okay, it looks like we're about out of time. So I hope you guys will join me next week for my last show of the year. Can't believe the year is already over. It went so fast. I mean, so fast. It's almost like, time is going in fast motion. But it's kind of crazy. So I hope you guys will be here, and we'll probably talk a little bit about some Christmas stuff. Devin says it is the time for giving. Yes, it is, Devin. That is just very beautiful of you. Thank you, Devin. So I hope you guys will be here next week. I'm really looking forward to that show. And thank you all for being here. And have a great week. I love you all. Good night.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron.
Receive exclusive access to live stream special and
Other epic perks.
join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.